She rejected you. The pain was real, the confusion overwhelming, but then, against all odds, she came back. Why? What changed? The answer lies not in her actions, but in yours. This video will unravel the paradox of why women often return after rejecting you, and more importantly, how you can use this knowledge to become the best version of yourself. Right now, you might be feeling a whirlwind of emotions. Hope, confusion, maybe even a bit of resentment. These feelings are natural, but they can cloud your judgment and lead you to make decisions that ultimately push her away again. The cycle of pursuit and retreat is a common dance in relationships, but it is one that often leaves both parties feeling unfulfilled and frustrated. The real issue is not her rejection or her return. The real issue is that you have lost sight of your own value in this emotional roller coaster. You have become so focused on her actions that you have forgotten to focus on your own growth and development. But what if I told you that her rejection and subsequent return are actually opportunities for profound personal transformation? By the end of this video, you will not only understand why women often come back after rejecting you, but you will also learn how to use this situation to build a life that makes you proud, regardless of her presence in it. Are you ready to break the cycle and become the man who not only attracts women back, but also has the confidence to choose whether he wants them in his life? Let us dive into the 5 key reasons why women come back after rejection, and more importantly, how you can use each of these reasons to fuel your own personal growth. The first reason women often come back after rejecting you is the power of absence. When you are constantly present, constantly available, you become like background noise, easy to tune out and take for granted. But when you suddenly disappear from her life, your absence creates a void that she cannot help but notice. This is not about playing games or intentionally making yourself scarce. It is about genuinely focusing on your own life and priorities after her rejection. When you stop chasing and start leading your own life, you create space for her to feel your absence and reassess her decision. During this time of absence, it is crucial that you focus on personal growth and self-improvement. Use the time and energy you would have spent pursuing her to pursue your own goals and passions instead. Start that business you have been dreaming about. Hit the gym and get in the best shape of your life. Learn a new skill or pick up a hobby you have always wanted to try. As you focus on yourself, something interesting happens. Not only do you become more attractive due to your newfound independence and self-improvement, but you also give her the opportunity to miss you. She starts to wonder what you are up to, who you are spending time with, how you are growing and changing without her. The second reason women often come back after rejecting you is the allure of transformation. Human beings are naturally attracted to growth and change. When you use the experience of rejection as a catalyst for personal transformation, you become incredibly intriguing to the woman who rejected you. This transformation is not about changing who you are at your core. It is about becoming the best version of yourself. It is about addressing the issues that may have contributed to her rejection and using them as opportunities for growth. Perhaps she rejected you because you lacked ambition. Use this as motivation to set clear goals for your career and actively work towards them. Maybe she felt you were too needy or lacked confidence. Take this as a sign to work on your self-esteem and develop a strong sense of self-worth that does not depend on anyone else's validation. As you undergo this transformation, you will likely notice changes not just in how she perceives you, but in how the world at large responds to you. You will carry yourself differently, speak with more assurance, and approach life with a newfound sense of purpose. This transformation is alluring because it shows that you are capable of growth and self-reflection. It demonstrates emotional intelligence and a commitment to self-improvement, qualities that are incredibly attractive in a partner. Moreover, your transformation challenges her perception of you. The man she rejected is no longer the same man standing before her. This cognitive dissonance, the gap between her memory of you and the new, improved version of you, creates curiosity and intrigue. She may find herself drawn back, wanting to rediscover who you have become. But remember, this transformation should not be for her, it should be for you. The goal is not to win her back, but to become the best version of yourself. If she comes back, it should be because she recognizes and appreciates the man you have become, not because you have changed yourself to fit her ideal. As powerful as transformation is, it is not the only reason women come back after rejection. The third reason taps into a fundamental aspect of human psychology, the fear of loss. The third reason women often come back after rejecting you is rooted in a powerful psychological principle, the fear of loss. This fear, also known as loss aversion, is a cognitive bias that makes the pain of losing something feel about twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining something equivalent. When a woman rejects you, she does so believing that she will be better off without you. However, as time passes and she sees you growing, improving, and potentially moving on, she may start to fear that she has lost something valuable. This fear can be a powerful motivator for her to reconsider her decision. It is important to note that this fear of loss is not about making her jealous or playing games. It is about genuinely becoming someone whose absence would be felt as a significant loss. This happens naturally as you focus on your own growth and build a life that is fulfilling and meaningful. As you become more confident, more purposeful, and more self-assured, she may start to realize the value she overlooked when she rejected you. She may see the positive changes in your life and fear that she has missed out on being part of your journey. She may worry that someone else will recognize your worth and snatch you up. This fear of loss can be particularly potent if she sees you moving on and potentially forming connections with other women. Again, this is not about intentionally trying to make her jealous. It is about living your life fully and openly, which naturally includes forming new relationships and connections. However, it is crucial to approach this situation with emotional maturity. The goal is not to manipulate her emotions or to use her fear of loss against her. Instead, focus on becoming someone whose absence would genuinely be felt as a loss, not just by her, but by anyone who knows you. Remember, the most attractive quality is being comfortable and confident in your own skin. When you truly value yourself and what you bring to the table, others will naturally fear losing you from their lives. But the fear of loss is just one piece of the puzzle. To fully understand why women come back after rejection, we need to explore the fourth reason, the power of emotional connection. The fourth reason women often come back after rejecting you is the power of emotional connection. Despite the rejection, the emotional bond you shared does not simply disappear overnight. In fact, the absence often strengthens these emotional ties, making her more acutely aware of what she has lost. Emotional connections are formed through shared experiences, vulnerability, and intimate moments. These connections create a sense of comfort, understanding, and familiarity that is not easily replaced. When a woman rejects you, she may be focused on the negative aspects of the relationship or on the logical reasons why you are not compatible. However, as time passes, the positive emotional experiences often rise to the surface of her memory. During your time apart, she may find herself reminiscing about the good times you shared. She might catch herself smiling at an inside joke only you would understand, or missing the way you could comfort her after a hard day. These emotional memories can create a powerful pull, drawing her back towards you. Moreover, as you focus on your own growth and become more emotionally mature, you may inadvertently strengthen this emotional connection if you handle the rejection with grace and dignity. Continuing to treat her with respect even as you focus on your own life, you demonstrate emotional intelligence and maturity. This can make the emotional connection you shared even more appealing in retrospect. It is important to note that while emotional connections are powerful, they should not be the sole basis for rekindling a relationship. Emotions can be fleeting and unreliable. If she comes back solely based on emotional connection, without addressing the issues that led to the rejection in the first place, you may find yourself in the same situation again down the line. Instead, use this understanding of emotional connection to fuel your own growth. Work on becoming more emotionally intelligent and mature. Learn to form deep, meaningful connections, not just in romantic relationships, but in all areas of your life. This will make you a more well-rounded and attractive individual, regardless of whether she comes back or not. Remember, the goal is not to manipulate her emotions or to try to force a reconnection. It is about understanding the power of emotional bonds and using this knowledge to become a better, more emotionally intelligent man. As powerful as emotional connections are, they are not the final piece of the puzzle. To truly understand why women come back after rejection, we need to explore the fifth and perhaps most important reason, your personal growth and the shift in power dynamics. The fifth and perhaps most crucial reason why women often come back after rejecting you is your personal growth and the resulting shift in power dynamics. This reason ties together all the previous points and represents the culmination of your journey of self-improvement. When a woman initially rejects you, there is often an imbalance in the perceived value between you two. She believes, for whatever reason, that she can do better, or that the relationship is not serving her needs. However, as you focus on your own growth and development, this dynamic can shift dramatically. As you work on yourself, pursuing your goals, developing new skills, expanding your social circle, and becoming more confident and self-assured, you increase your perceived value. You become a man of high value, someone who brings a lot to the table in any relationship. This growth creates a shift in the power dynamics. Suddenly, you are no longer the one desperately seeking her approval or validation. Instead, you have become someone who has options, someone who is selective about who they allow into their life. This shift is incredibly attractive and can often lead a woman to reassess her initial rejection. Moreover, your growth demonstrates key attractive qualities such as ambition, dedication, and the ability to handle adversity. By using her rejection as a catalyst for personal development rather than wallowing in self-pity, you show emotional maturity and resilience. These are highly desirable traits in a partner. It is important to note that this shift in power dynamics is not about gaining the upper hand or trying to make her feel inferior. Instead, it is about creating a balanced, healthy dynamic where both parties bring value to the relationship. Your growth allows you to approach any potential reconciliation from a position of strength and self-respect, rather than neediness or desperation. As you grow and evolve, you may find that you have outgrown the need for her validation. You may realize that you are happy and fulfilled on your own, and that any relationship would need to add value to your already satisfying life. This mindset is incredibly powerful and attractive. Remember, the goal of this growth is not to make her come back. The goal is to become the best version of yourself, to create a life that you love and are proud of. If she comes back, it should be because she recognizes and appreciates the man you have become, not because you have been waiting around for her to change her mind. In the next section, we will explore how all these reasons come together to create a powerful transformation, and what you should do if she does come back after rejecting you. As you implement the insights from these 5 reasons, harnessing the power of absence, undergoing personal transformation, understanding the fear of loss, nurturing emotional connections, and shifting power dynamics through personal growth, something remarkable happens. You start to notice a profound change, not just in how she might perceive you, but in how you perceive yourself. This is the moment when everything changes. It is not a sudden, dramatic shift, but a gradual realization that you have become a different man. You are no longer the person who was rejected, desperately hoping for another chance. You have become a man of value, someone who adds richness and depth to the lives of those around him. In this moment, you will notice that people respond to you differently. Friends and family may comment on your newfound confidence or the positive changes they see in you. Colleagues might show you more respect or turn to you for advice more often. And yes, the woman who rejected you may start to see you in a new light. But here is the beautiful irony. When you reach this point, her opinion of you is no longer the most important thing in your world. You have created a life that is fulfilling and meaningful on its own terms. You have become the kind of man who does not need a specific person to complete him, but rather chooses to share his life with someone who complements his already full existence. This is the moment when you truly become irresistible, not because you are trying to be, but because you have become a genuine, authentic, and self-assured individual. You are no longer trying to be what you think others want you to be. Instead, you are confidently being yourself, and that is incredibly attractive. In this moment, you may find that she reaches out to you. She may express regret for her earlier rejection or show curiosity about the changes she sees in you. But regardless of whether she does or not, you will be in a position of strength. You will be able to make decisions about your romantic life based on what truly aligns with your values and goals, not out of fear or desperation. This is the moment when you realize that the journey you embarked on in response to her rejection has led you to something far more valuable, a life that you love, with or without her in it. As we conclude this exploration of why women often come back after rejection, it is important to remember that this is not the end, but rather a new beginning. The transformation you have undergone, from a man reeling from rejection to a confident, purposeful individual, is just the start of a lifelong journey of growth and self-improvement. Your new chapter starts today, right now, in this very moment. It starts with a choice to commit to yourself, to your growth, and to creating a life that you love. It starts with the understanding that while relationships can add joy and depth to our lives, they should not be the sole source of our happiness or self-worth. Moving forward, continue to invest in yourself. Keep pursuing your passions, setting new goals, and pushing yourself to grow. Maintain the habits and mindset shifts you have developed throughout this journey. Remember that becoming the best version of yourself is an ongoing process, not a destination. In your relationships, whether with the woman who rejected you or with new people who come into your life, approach them from a place of self-assurance and authenticity. Share your life with others because you want to, not because you need to. Look for partners who complement your life and support your growth, rather than those who complete you or fill a void. If she does come back wanting to be a part of your life again, take the time to evaluate whether rekindling the relationship aligns with your new self and your goals. Do not rush back into something simply because it is familiar or because it was once what you wanted. Ensure that any relationship you choose to be in adds value to your life and supports your continued growth. Remember, the goal was never just to understand why women come back after rejection. The real goal was to become a man who does not need anyone to come back. A man who is confident, purposeful, and fulfilled in his own right. You have become that man. Your story is still being written and the pen is in your hand. Each day is an opportunity to add new, exciting chapters to your life. Embrace this opportunity. Live with purpose, love with authenticity, and continue to grow and evolve. Thank you for joining me on this journey of transformation. Remember, the best is yet to come. Your new chapter begins now. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart. To take action on what you have learned, I encourage you to share in the comments one step you are committing to today to become the best version of yourself. Whether it is starting a new hobby, setting a personal goal, or working on your emotional intelligence, declare it publicly and take that first step. If you found value in this video, please like and subscribe for more content on personal growth and relationships. Remember, the most attractive quality is being comfortable and confident in your own skin. Now go out there and become the man you were always meant to be, someone who does not wait for others to come back, but who moves forward with confidence and purpose.